This is Jarrod Horak, and in this video, I'm going to analyze two stakes races at Churchill Downs on Sunday, October 26th. The Rags to Riches Stakes, that's a Kentucky Oaks 2026 points race, and the Street Scent Stakes, that's a Kentucky Derby 2026 points race. And the past performances in this video are provided by todaysracingdigest.com. And if you need past performances for the Churchill Downs October 26th card, you can get those at todaysracingdigest.com. And they have a special going on right now, the Churchill Downs Meet-Long subscription for $99 from October 26th through November 30th. You can go to todaysracingdigest.com for more details on that offer, and I will include a link to that offer in the video description below. We're going to start with the Rags to Riches Stakes in this video, and it goes as the 8th race. It's a $200,000 event for 2-year-old fillies, a mile and a 16th on the main track. Scheduled post time is 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and this is my 5th video on the road to the Oaks. And through the first 4 Oaks 2026 points races, my top choices have a win, 2 runner-up finishes, and a show finish. We'll go through the field, and I'll give out my top 4 contenders in this event. Number 1 is Kingsolver. Now this one is going to scratch. This one ran in the Myrtlewood Stakes at Keeneland over the weekend. Number 2, Tearin'up My Heart. Number 3 is Americathegreat. Number 4 is Life of Joy. Number 5, The Grumpy Rabbit. Number 6, Jose Joe. And then number 7, Go To Girl. And we're going to look at the Today's Racing Digest race header now, the speed and pace forecasts. And the Today's Racing Digest handicappers are projecting the speed ratings that the horses are going to earn in today's race. Now, Tearin'up My Heart has the best fire number, but this one does have some class questions to answer because coming out of a maiden claiming event, getting that 86 fire number last time out. Looking over to the CPR, that's the comprehensive performance rating, which takes into account pace, final time, and closing fraction, and you'll see Life of Joy with a 132 showing the way. The best fast fig goes to the Grumpy Rabbit with a 118, and then looking at the final rating, that's like a buyer speed figure number for the digest, and Life of Joy has a 132. And looking over at the class levels, the Grumpy Rabbit and Go To Girl, the current class horses, but these are lightly raced 2-year-old fillies, so we really don't know their true class levels yet. And then looking at the best overall final time ratings, you're going to see a Life of Joy with a 132 showing the way there. And now it's time to give out my top 4 contenders in the Rags to Riches Stakes, and the horse that I picked to finish 4th, that's the 3, Americathegreat. This one is 4-1 morning line with Tyler Gaffalione in the irons for trainer Mark Casse. This is a $1.2 million daughter of Curlin. AP Indy is the dam sire, so bred to go on, and she's run 4 times so far, and they were all around 1 turn. She went from 5 furlongs to 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs to a mile, and she was making nice progress. When she got out to 7 furlongs, she finished 2nd in a maiden special weight event, and then out to a mile, a 1-turn mile at Churchill Downs is the favorite last time. She was dueling on the lead, below par fractions, and she was able to win by 3/4 of a length. So now getting out to 2 turns, I think she will be forwardly placed, and we'll see if she can improve around 2 turns. Her pedigree says she can, but it did take her 4 tries before she broke her maiden, and we'll see if she can move up for Mark Casse. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd, that's the 7, Go To Girl for trainer Kenny McPeak. And for this one, she's 1 for 4 overall. In her 3rd career start, when she stretched out from 5.5 furlongs to 6 furlongs to 1 mile at Ellis Park, she won that maiden race by a head. And she was the favorite that day, and the top 2 were well clear of the rest. And then last time out in the Grade 1 Alcibiades, she ended up finishing 4th in that 6-horse field. She was only 3/4 of a length behind the Grumpy Rabbit. Not a bad effort. From the outside post, she'll have to work out some kind of trip so she doesn't end up losing too much ground in this event. The horse that I picked to finish 2nd is the 5, the Grumpy Rabbit, and she's 3-1 morning line with Jose Ortiz getting aboard for the first time for trainer Kenny McPeak. A good jockey trainer team here, 36% wins with 11 rides together. Now this one, 3 starts with a win and 2 show finishes. She rallied for 3rd in her debut in a turf route. Second time out, she was the favorite at Ellis Park in a 1-mile maiden race, and she romped by 6 lengths as the favorite. And then in her 3rd career start, the Grade 1 Alcibiades, she ended up finishing 3rd there. Now the top 2 finishers there are going to run in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. So she faced some decent horses there, and this is a better spot for her, and I can definitely see her getting the job done. But I will go with the 4, A Life of Joy for trainer Brad Cox as my top choice. Irad Ortiz Jr. is going to ride this one. Now, last year, Brad Cox won this race with Good Cheer, and Good Cheer was exiting an easy victory at 1 mile in her career debut at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and then she was able to win this race. Life of Joy is doing the same thing. She was 3-2 as the favorite in her debut at Horseshoe Indy, and she rallied to win that race by 14 lengths. That was a big victory. She earned a decent speed rating. I mentioned that with the Today's Racing Digest numbers. She has good comprehensive performance rating, the CPR, and the final time rating. And she's got a lot of upside. They paid $375,000 for this daughter of Gunrunner. Malibu Moon, the dam sire, the pedigree says that she should continue to get better with added distance. Promising way to start off her career. This isn't the toughest field. She was geared down last time with Irad Ortiz Jr. getting aboard for trainer Brad Cox, a 28% jockey trainer team. I think that she'll have a decent shot in here to get the job done. So Life of Joy, number 4, is my top choice in the Rags to Riches Stakes. And now it's time for the 10th race, the Grade 3 $200,000 Street Scent Stakes for 2-year-olds, a mile and a 16th on the main track. Scheduled post time is 5:25 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a Kentucky Derby points race. I've done 4 videos on my Road to the Derby series so far, and my top choices have 1 win, 2 runner-up finishes, and a show finish. I'm going to be covering all of the Oaks and Derby points races on my channel, just like I do each year. And now we're going to meet the field in this event. But before we do, last year's winner of this race was Sovereignty. He broke his maiden in this race impressively, and we know what he went on to do. He won the Kentucky Derby. He won the Belmont Stakes this year. He won the Travers Stakes, and he's the favorite in the upcoming Breeders' Cup Classic. So we'll have to see if there's another Sovereignty, if we're lucky enough to see another horse that has that much talent in this event. But now we will meet the field in here. And number 1 is Vost. Number 2 is Ganaas. Number 3, Universe. Number 4 is Very Connected. Number 5, Bricklin. Number 6, I Did. And then number 7, Incredibolt. Now we're going to look at the speed and pace forecasts. And the top fire number goes to number 3, Universe, getting a 74. And the fire number is speed throughout a race. The CPR is the next number we're going to look at in column 4, and the CPR is the comprehensive performance rating, which takes into account pace, final time, and closing fraction, and Very Connected has the best number there with a 106. The Fast Fig, that's a combination of a performance rating and a class rating all rolled into one, and Universe has a 120. And then the final time rating, the buyer's speed figure number for Today's Racing Digest, basically a 123 for Universe. Then looking at the class ratings, you'll see those from columns 8 through 13 and highlighted in green, and Universe has the best numbers there because he comes out of the Grade 1 Champagne. And then the final time ratings, Universe shows the way there as well. But be cautious of these lightly raced 2-year-olds, because as they stretch out in distance and they get more experience, some of the horses that ran good numbers in sprint races don't do as well. They're just early developing 2-year-olds, and they don't do as well in the longer races. And then the horses that are more prepared to do better as they get into these longer races will start to move forward. So we'll have to see how all of that plays out in this event. But right now we're going to give out my top 4 contenders, beginning with the horse that I picked to finish 4th, and that is number 6, I Did. And he is 3-1 morning line for trainer Mike Maker. This is a son of Curlin, and they spent $300,000 for this one, and Bluegrass Cat is the dam sire. So a promising pedigree to go on and handle longer distances. Irad Ortiz Jr., his winning rider, stays put. He got aboard last time out. Churchill Downs in the slop at a mile and a 16th on September 14th. He chased from second. He opened up a 4-length lead, and he was able to win by a length and a half. So for this one, we'll see if he can run the same kind of race if the track ends up being fast in here. If it's wet, maybe he does move up. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd, that is Universe, and I mentioned that he has the best overall Today's Racing Digest numbers and then the class rating as well, coming out of that Grade 1 Champagne. And he's 5-2 morning line with Jose Ortiz getting aboard for Kenny McPeak, good jockey trainer team, and he's removing blinkers in this event. His career debut was 7 furlongs at Saratoga, and he stalked the pace from the inside post. Now, a lot of times, the inside post can be intimidating for lightly raced 2-year-olds, and he was 17-1, and he was able to overcome that inside post at 7 furlongs, which is not an easy distance to win in your debut, but he did exactly that, and he won by more than 4 lengths. Second time out, he didn't get a lot of love at the windows either. He went from 17-1 to 18-1 in his second career start, and in that race, Napoleon Solo ran away with that race. Talkin was second. Universe ended up finishing third in that 9-horse field. He was beaten 7 1/4 lengths that day. So now Ortiz does get aboard, and that was a 1-turn mile, so he will be stretching out to 2 turns for the first time. But I like the fact that he's already run at 7 furlongs, and he overcame the inside post, and then a 1-turn mile last time. So now he's out around 2 turns, and we'll see what kind of style they decide to go with in here. Most likely tracking the pace, because that's what he did in his first 2 starts. And we'll see if he does the same thing around 2 turns. The horse that I picked to finish second, number 7, Incredibolt, and this one for trainer Riley Mott. He's a Bolt Doro colt, and Awesome again is the dam sire. Nice pedigree here. He should continue to go on and handle longer distances. And they paid $75,000 for this one. And for him, in his career debut, he had post 11 at 6 furlongs, and he was the favorite, and he broke 10th, and he ended up finishing 4th in that 12-horse field. Not a bad effort. It was a good education run there. And then second career start, 1-turn mile at Churchill Downs from the inside post. He tracked the pace, and he won by 2 lengths, and his speed rating did move up second time out. So now he does have to overcome the outside post, and we'll see if he can do that and not lose too much ground in this event. And my top choice in this race is going to be number 1, Vost. And he was my top choice last time out when he ran in the Iroquois Stakes, the first Kentucky Derby points race. William Walden is the trainer, 24% trainer this year with 160 starters. He shows a positive return on investment in the graded stakes ranks with his second route starters and with his 2-year-old starters. But this one is going around 2 turns for the first time. Because that 1-mile race last time was around 1 turn. So in his career debut at 7 furlongs at Ellis Park, he had the inside post. And I mentioned that the inside post can be intimidating for these lightly raced 2-year-olds and first-time starting 2-year-olds. And he broke 11th and last that day, and he was able to rally from off the pace and win that race by 2 lengths. So that was a nice effort, probably better than even his speed rating that day. And then second time out, he ran okay in the Iroquois Stakes. He had post 8 in a 10-horse field, so he was on the outside and he was trying to rally in the stretch, but that race didn't really set up for him. Spice Runner and Comport ran 1-2 there. He wasn't any threat to those 2, but he did run on and finish third. And the way that he was running at the end suggests that maybe he will handle 2 turns. Now his pedigree isn't outstanding for 2 turns with Instagram, the sire, Conveyance, the dam sire. But from the inside post, this time he should be able to save all the ground, and we'll see if he can handle the added ground of this race. I'm going to give him one more chance since I did pick him on top in that Iroquois, and he ran okay there at 5-1 odds. He's 9-2 morning line, and Luis Saez is his new rider. So Vost will be my top choice in this Street Scent Stakes Kentucky Derby points race at Churchill Downs on Sunday, October 26th. And if you're interested in my full card analysis for the Breeders' Cup, I'm going to be covering those annual 2-day Breeders' Cup full cards, just like I do each year, October 31st and November 1st. I'm actually doing full cards for the entire Del Mar Fall Meet from October 30th through November 30th. And you can find my full cards at todaysracingdigest.com, on my handicappers page at that website, or at my personal website, therunawayhorse.com, on my shop page. Don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my channel as well. It's free to subscribe. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.